Hey guys, I'm going to keep this video very short. I was supposed to record a video, edit it all pretty and nice and perfect, but my laptop keeps crashing every 2 seconds, so that's not going to happen tonight. But I just wanted to hop on real quick and share my thoughts on Black Widow. So going into the movie, I wasn't very excited about it. If you do watch Marvel movies and if you keep up with it, you know that Black Widow is dead. So this movie is, in my opinion, a little pointless. However, I was still looking forward to what it had to offer. Especially, I was looking forward to seeing Iron Man again. Now, if you've seen the movie, you're probably like, "What are you talking about? He's not in this." Well, he apparently he is, because on Google, if you look up the cast, it says that Robert Downey Jr. is in this movie and he's playing Iron Man. So throughout the whole movie, I was just waiting on Iron Man to pop up. I'm checking the time, like, okay, it's been an hour and 30 minutes. Where's Iron Man? Like, this is the final scene. Where's Iron Man? Even when the movie ended, I was still hoping to see him in the post credits, but that didn't happen. So that's pretty misleading, and it kind of, it ruined the movie for me. However, the movie itself is not horrible. It's average. It's pretty bland. It's a bland Marvel action spy movie. Like, those movies like Winter Soldier, and even this last series with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's just average. Like, the MCU doesn't do these military plot, people, heroes with no powers plots. They don't do that very well, in my opinion. I think their last good movie was Winter Soldier. Everything after that, it just didn't land for me. But like I said, if you know MCU, you know that Black Widow is dead in the lore. So this movie doesn't bring the story along. And in terms of these new MCU material, like the new series on Disney Plus and these new movies that are going to come out, they're going to move this story forward. And this movie doesn't do any of that. And it's not really the movie's fault. I mean, it's based 5 years ago, right after Civil War. So in my opinion, it's more of like a side quest type of movie. It's not really something that, is part of Phase 4, which I think we're in Phase 4 and right now in the MCU. So that's one aspect that really just brought me down throughout the whole movie, is just knowing that Black Widow is dead. I know how this story ends. The stakes, it doesn't really bring any stakes into the movie. And for me, I like movies that keep me on the edge of my seat. Movies that make me uncertain about these characters, about their fates. In this movie, like I said, you know how she dies. You know she's not going to die in this movie. You know at the end she's going to be A-okay. And that's just something that I can't get with, And the other side characters are fine. They're not terrible. But I didn't care about them enough to boost my enjoyment for this movie. The side characters are what they are. But there's one thing that I didn't get over, and I still can't get over. It's when, I believe his name is the Red Guardian, he was in the house with, Black Widow and the whole family. And anyway, the bad guys attack, and they hit Red Guardian with some darts. Isn't this guy supposed to be the Russian Captain America? How are these darts penetrating his suit? It doesn't make sense. Oh, maybe because the suit was old and it's worn down. Yeah, whatever. That was weird. However, I don't have any major problems with this movie. Like I said, it's really hard to criticize it when it's a movie that takes place 5 years ago in our time, and then I believe in the MCU it's like 10 years ago. So, well, however, I do have my one big issue with one of the villains, Taskmaster. Ooh, they really did my man dirty. Oh my goodness. Where to even begin? So in this movie, Taskmaster is not really the Taskmaster. Now, real quick, if you don't know who Taskmaster is, he's an anti-hero in the MCU, which means that he's neither supervillain or like superhero. He's kind of in between. His origins is that his name is Tony Masters, and he's born with these abilities to mimic people's movements and how they do things. So, for example, pretend I'm Taskmaster. If I'm looking at someone playing piano or playing basketball, being Taskmaster, I would be able to do those exact same things in a matter of seconds. So as you can see, that's a pretty unique ability when you're fighting superheroes. You're able to learn their movements, learn their fighting styles, etc. And oh yeah, by the way, keep in mind, the real Taskmaster is a dude. In this movie, the only thing these two Taskmasters have in common is the name. Like the look isn't even the same. The outfit, like in the comics, Taskmaster has this skull and he has this hood. He's all menacing. And here, she looks like a Power Ranger. Oh yeah, I just spoiled it. It's a she. They gender swapped Taskmaster. Why? I guess to fit into the plot of the movie. But get this: Taskmaster's powers are not innate. This chick is brainwashed, and she has a chip that's placed into her head, and this chip gives her the ability to mimic other people's styles, fighting styles. That's completely opposite of the real Taskmaster. And in the real Taskmaster has nothing to do with Black Widow and with the Red Room, and none of they're just completely different. And I don't know why they had to do this to him. He was such a great anti-hero. Like, now we can't even see him fighting against heroes. Like, imagine someone with the ability to copy the other person's fighting styles. Like, imagine him fighting Buckeye or Captain America. We're never going to be able to see that again because they wasted him on this stupid movie. That's the one thing that I just don't understand why the MCU is doing, and it's not really something that I complain about, really. You know, gender swapping, race swapping, it really depends in my opinion. It depends on the characters. Like, there's no way you're gonna race swap Spider-Man or Superman or Batman. Like, come on, be original. But other characters like Nick Fury, who I didn't even know was an original white character, he was played so well by Samuel Jackson. I didn't really care. Like, insignificant characters, I don't care if you swap their gender and race. It's the big ones I was like, okay, now you're kind of just, riding the bandwagon. It's kind of lazy to me. However, that's the one big thing I didn't like about this movie was Taskmaster. Everything else is pretty average. Like I said, I want to reiterate, that's not how you say it, but I just want to make the point that this movie was pointless. And we knew Black Widow's story. This seemed very bland to me. However, I wasn't bored out of my mind throughout the whole movie. The action was, normal Marvel action scenes. It kept you entertained, but it also wasn't like mind-blowing, like Mission Impossible. But overall, the least I can say is it's better than Captain Marvel. I think if you had to have me rank these movies, I would have it ranked above Captain Marvel for sure. That was trash. I hate that movie. I hate that they brought Brie Larson into the MCU. None of the characters like her. If you watch her interviews with the other cast members, they all hate her. She annoys them to death. Anyway, better than Captain Marvel, better than Thor: The Dark World, better than Ant-Man 2. And I think that's about it, honestly. And it's not the movie's fault. I mean, it's not like besides the whole Iron Man being on the cast list, it's not like they were hyping it up to be this, the next great movie. But yeah, those are my thoughts, and let me know what you guys think. Am I tripping or am I right? Let me know. I'll catch you guys later.